What's going on, guys? Welcome back to W.D.Y.D CSP. What do you do as a central sterile processor? Guys, we're going back to basics and we're talking incubators and biologicals for our steam sterilizers. All right, guys, so as you can see here, I have three of the common or popular ones that I've seen out in the field. You have the 3M incubators, and you have the Steris Verify on my right hand side. Okay, 3M makes a 390 dual reader. It reads the 1 hour read biologicals and the 3 hours, and then it has the 490 triple reader, which reads the gravity biologicals, the dynamic air removal biologicals, and their hydrogen peroxide sterilizers. Okay, the Steris Verify is for their pre-vacuum SCBIs, which is their self-contained BIs. Okay, that's the unit that I have here. The 3M one has 10 wells. The Steris has 6 wells, but these are pretty much the popular ones. As you can see, the 3M one there, you can stack them to save space, but you have to make sure the 490s in the bottom, 390s on the top. So what are the incubators and BIs? All right, well, BIs are used to verify your sterilization's sterility assurance level, that it is doing what it says it does, right? It is killing the microorganisms of choice. Okay, so how often do you run your BIs? Well, it depends on what the policy of your hospital is. You can run it weekly, daily, or preferably best practice every single load. All right, so, and this is ran as the second load of the day. The first load is your W.D.Y.D if you're running a dynamic air removal system that uses pre-vacuum. After your W.D.Y.D is you're running your BI with a full load. Unless you're running a gravity cycle, then you're running that as an empty load. But how does these biologicals look? Well, they come in a form when you run them in your sterilizers in PCD packs. These are manufacturers provided PCD packs. Okay, this is 3M's brands. You have the rapid read, which is the 24-minute read used to run in the dynamic air cycles. And then you have their green pack, which is a 3-hour read that can be used for 250-degree gravity cycles or 270 degrees pre-vacuum cycles. They say rapid biologicals, but it's a 3-hour read there. Then you have Sterises, right? Steris is using their Verify PCD packs. Very different looking PCD pack, right? This one's much smaller compared to the 3M. 3M has some cardboard in there. It's wrapped. The Steris one uses a little plastic window and some foil. I actually like these. These are pretty cool because you can see the results right off the back. What makes you wonder about the PCDs? That's a whole different video to stir the pot on. But this little PCD, you see a type 5 indicator in there with a biological. The same thing in the 3Ms has a type 5 indicator in there with a biological included. This is what makes up a PCD pack. PCD packs can include just a biological or just a type 5 indicator in there, right? But these are the ones that are available in the market. But before you run a BI in your load, you want to make sure that your incubators are working, right? And you also want to make sure that the spores that you're trying to kill are actually alive, right? That they're actually active within the PCD. So you have to run what's called a control every single day that the sterilizer is in use. It is imperative that you find a control, that you run a control whose lot number and expiration matches the lot number and expiration of the PCD. Okay, that's where you find it at, right there on the side of the biological. Okay, the control is always a single biological vial that has not been processed. You're going to find that lot number and expiration right there on the side. Match it up with the lot number and expiration on the PCD pack. Make sure that the PCD pack is integrity is okay, no tears or breaks in it. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to verify that. And again, you run this every time the sterilizer is ran. You are running a control to verify that, one, the incubator is working and it's reading what it's supposed to read. And 2, that the spores that are included in that BI are actually active. Okay, if you run a control and you get a negative result, then that means either your incubator's bad or the spores are inactive in that lot number, and you should try another BI or switch the lot numbers to make sure that you have active BIs. Manufacturing errors happen. Okay, so again, very important that you match that control with that BI and that you're testing your incubators daily. Even if the lot number the next day is the same as the lot number previous, you have to throw that BI in there, because again, now you're testing your incubators. Okay, your controls usually come in a little separate baggie. They're not the ones that you open up a PCD pack and you pull that bio. They provide you with loose biologicals that you can actually use to make your own PCDs. We'll talk about that in a separate video. But again, you want to match that lot number and expiration to the PCD, and also make sure that you're grabbing the right biological that's inside of that PCD pack, right? Okay, don't mix them up. Don't get them confused, because then you're not going to be getting the results that you want. So totally different. You want to make sure that your biological is unprocessed. How do you know they're unprocessed? Well, they come with type 1 indicators or external indicators on there. Okay, they start off pink and they turn black when they're exposed to the sterilant. There are vents on these little caps that should not be covered with any kind of tape or lot stickers. I've seen this in many facilities where technicians will wrap a lot sticker around the cap, covering those vents up. That can give you a false positive and false negative, or false negative. Those vents are on there for a reason. They're located right in the cap. Inside of there, you have a little growth medium. That is the nutrients for the microorganisms. And the microorganisms are actually endospores that are embedded in a little cotton swab or a little filter paper. Okay, to activate your control, you want to squeeze down. This is the 3M version. Squeeze down on the cap till you seal the vents. And then for the 390 BIs, there's this little cracking vial there, or entry. You crack the ampule, shake it down to make sure that growth medium is saturating the little cotton insert in the bottom, mixing with the spores, giving them the nutrients they need to wake up and replicate. Okay, you're going to seat that into the incubator until you get a reading. Now, these are the 3-hour read bios, so you should see 180 minutes pop up on that screen. And within a few minutes with your control, it's not going to take the full 3 hours, but within a few minutes, you will see what hopefully is a positive result. Again, you're testing to make sure that the incubator is reading this correctly, and it is reading. Once that medium mixes with the endospores produce an enzyme that the incubator is going to read with fluorescent lighting, and it should give you a positive result. If for some reason it's not a positive result, you want to switch out that BI. You might have activated incorrectly, or the spores, either the incubator's wrong, or there's something wrong with those spores. For Sterices, it's not a push cap. It is actually a twist cap. You twist it. It's going to cut into the foil that mixes in with the little endospores that's in the top. It's a little clear fluid. You're going to open up your little chamber to your port, drop it in there, and you should see your reading on your control screens. And within minutes, you should get a positive result again. For your control, you always want a positive. Again, that's verifying that your incubator works and that the spores are actually active in that vial. Once you get your positive result, you're good to run a PCD or challenge your sterilizer. Second load of the day, every load, every implant load, whatever your facility chooses. For implants, it is a must. You must run a PCD with every implant. Make sure that you are getting the correct readings and that you're matching everything up. All right, guys, I hope you found this video useful and informative. As always, stay true to yourselves, keep it 100, continue educating yourself, and peace.